Hello and welcome back to my channel Kitten Up Kitten, and it is having issues with my chair. It is DIY DP weekly today. It is Friday, yes, and we all love a Friday. Trying to get a bit excited because I'm not filming on a Friday, I'm filming on a Monday, so I haven't even started work for this week, but you know, you've got to go with what you got, yeah. So quick video today. I am out in the cabin. It is yet again chilly as didn't get all of the expected snowfall though, did we? Didn't happen. But anyway, before I get into what I'm doing, blah 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 blah, please take a look at this. Just a quick word while you're here. You can help my channel immensely by clicking like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and just share it with other people. There are links in the description box for things like Diamond Art Club, because I'm an affiliate, Facebook group if you want to do DIY DP. There is a link for my Etsy shop if you would like trays, 3D printed pens. I also do diamond painting trackers now that you can purchase, and cross stitch paper that is designed for you to convert your own cross stitch to a diamond painting. All of these things help me, but the biggest help is just to like and subscribe and comment on the videos. It's as simple as that. Thank you for that. We'll get back to the video. Okay, so now you're back. I'm going to try and find myself, like, I'm not kidding, this pen is so battered, but I'm hoping that that's sticky enough that it will do the job. I'm going to use a pink tray because it's the one that's closest to me. And I am working on this little section here, this little row of 4 squares, because that's what I needed to do. So why don't you get out your whip, work alongside with me, get a brew, and we'll do this. So let's get, first of all, an image of what I'm working on. So this is Bilbo Baggins from Heaven and Earth Designs. That's where I got the pattern from. This is actually the mini, as far as I can remember. It will be 57 by 82 centimeters in total, 27 colors, one of which is an AB because I swapped the original color out. I've got a drill there that is upside down. I'm not sure how I did that. I will again be sealing this page. So this is the last part of this page, as I did with the other one. It worked very, very well. And then at some point it will be mounted onto foam board or a piece of wood or something eventually. But for now, that's what we're going to do. So let's open the chart. So I've highlighted this little bit here. So it is literally, if I pull that down, okay, right. Number 1, I have got one that has not been marked off for some reason. So let's mark that off because I have done it. Okay, so I have moved it down so that all I can see on my chart, there we go, like that, is the bit that I'm doing. Okay, now I am going up to the end of this line because I already have, but I'm stopping at the end of this line. That will be the second page. I am using one of my Excel trays, and I am using a very old original, like a back in the day original soft grip pen. I have been having some problems with arthritis in this wrist at the minute, so I have been using a soft grip pen a little bit more. In case you didn't know, these are made from a foam polymer clay. It's air dry, so it dries and it's squishy, so it's soft, so it's almost like using a grip around it. The interior of these pens is your basic pink plastic pen. You can put in plastic tips, metal tips, whatever you like. You can even use them on an air pen if you've got one. So let's find my first symbol. So I'm going to start in this bottom corner as I always do, and we have got 317, and I have just realized that yet again I have come out without my glasses. Oh, I need more than that. I've got a few. Right, so bear with me, I'll go and fetch said glasses and then I can see. Okay, I have to say it is definitely not as cold today as it was yesterday. I came out yesterday to film and did a little bit, but ended up taking the canvas into the house anyway. Just because it's not frigid, it's not like it's horrendously cold, but it's not comfortable enough. And I don't think it will be until we get the work finished. So I stayed out here for a bit and then I just took the canvas indoors, and you know what, it actually is quite easy for me to do that now, because of course I have a trolley in the house with pens and stuff on, so I literally just grab my canvas and the drills and I'm good to go. Got a nice little setup in the room. Anyway, I hope that you're all well and that you had a good week. I am on week 2 of 4 for leaving, but looking forward to it, and I have been doing other stuff. So the reason I haven't managed to get more than this done is because obviously I've been printing flyers and stuff for the new business. So getting that prepped, I have received my new Henry now, so everything is falling into place, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to look forward to working with Kat as well. I think that will be quite interesting. Hopefully, even if she hates it, even if she's just doing it for money at the minute, you know, it will give her some purpose. It will get her out of bed in the mornings. So I want that one there. So yeah, it obviously, whenever you start any new business, you know, it takes time to build, it takes time to get stuff. So I know that I will probably have that first week or two may not be too busy, but then there'll be both of us on it. We'll both be either advertising or taking flyers out, you know, we will get there. Yeah, very exciting. Yesterday, so it was Sunday yesterday. If you have been here for a while, you will know that my Sunday is my one true day off a week. And I had a very lazy one yesterday. I didn't do anything. I got up, I did the video, I went in the house, I diamond painted another section, started a second, and then I went for a nap. Oh, hate this. In the house, right, these trays work beautifully, that the drills just slide down, but out here it's just so damp. Onwards and upwards, that's what I say. Onwards and upwards. We are now firmly into the new year, 3860. So things are starting to get a bit more normal. I'm going food shopping today, which is not normal for me. I am sure there's lots of you that this will resonate with. Because of the new year, my shopping day got mucked up, and in actual fact last week I went shopping on the Sunday. So this week I'm going shopping today, which is the Monday, and then I'm hoping that I won't have to go again until the following Wednesday, because Wednesdays have always been my food shop day. Now that is going to change, because obviously I'm going to be working more. At the minute, I have my Gusto boxes coming on a Tuesday, which is handy. But I may also switch those to a Monday. I'll see what I feel like. It's all change in the Rouse household. It really is. So I've just got to get through these next couple of weeks, and then I will be well on my way. I've just been for a coffee with a friend, sorting out what we're going to do. We're going out on Saturday because it is, we've got a full moon coming up, so we're going to go to the Holy Wells, I think. Right, I've definitely gone wrong somewhere because I should have 3 across here. So what have I done? There should be 3 there. So that one. I absolutely went horrendously wrong, didn't I? What even are they? They should be over there. Oh my word. Right, so let's sort this out. I've gone completely wrong. This is the beauty, or the downside, whichever way you look at it, of trying to talk while you're doing a cross stitch conversion. Right, so that one should be up there. It wants to be that one. So this one needs to come off and go over, because we're going to that end, aren't we? Yes, we are. So we go 3, and then we've got 2 there. So I need to get that other colour out. So what I'm going to do, which I think was 317. So I'm going to do this one at a time with a pair of tweezers, which I have never ever laid drills with tweezers before, but you know, there's a first time for everything. So that one needs to be on there. Oh my word, pinged that right across. It's that I do know people that that do place with tweezers, and I've always like, I don't think I can do it, but look at me. Would I prefer to do it over using a pen? Absolutely not. So that's 2, and then we go across 2 and down 3, and then we've got 1 which is 2 up. So is that in the right place? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That is in the right place, and that one goes there. Okay, I think that is right. There we go. Fixed. This is what happens. This is why lots of people, this is why I in particular don't do comments and questions, because it's just so easy to get distracted. I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. So that's completely gone, but you know, I'm sure it was just waffle. It's normal for me. So Ashley went out on Saturday, so he was out quite late. It was a quiet weekend. I mean, I went to see my granddaughter on Saturday, but that was after I did the video, because I always try and get my videos done as early as possible, because if I do that, then the rest of the day is mine to do what I want with. So yeah, went and saw her, got back, and snuggled up on the sofa, and we were watching television for most of the afternoon. And that's it. Nothing interesting, nothing exciting at all. Oh, come on. I've got a drill stuck. Doesn't want to come out. This is why I got the brush out. Do you remember? However, it is warming up in here now because I don't have breath coming out my face. It'll be interesting to see how long this fuel lasts for, this diesel. Okay, so next colour, we've got a few love hearts here, so let's do those. 6, 4, 5. So far, my opinion on working on double-sided tape on paper is that, as I've said before, if you are using drills that are uniform in shape, it works much better than if you are using a mix. So I do suggest, if you're doing it like this with a mix of drills from different places, I do suggest sealing. My first foray into sealing went very well. That one there. So I shall definitely do the same with this next one. Yeah. The thing is as well, I'm not planning, it's not going to be going on anything soft. I think it would be more important if I was doing it as a tapestry, say, and it was hanging and moving with wind, drafts, whatever. I think you would want it to be more adhesive. But, you know, it works okay. And at the end of the day, really, you know, the drills are extras, so I'm not have to pay for them. I can print the paper off whenever I feel like it, so that's not a problem. Let's go for the 8, 5, 3, 5. It's only really the cost of the double-sided glue, the tape. And I did decide to get tape in one roll as well. Yes, it took a bit of time to come from China, but come it did, and I have plenty, so it was definitely worth the money. Okay, so we want 3 there. I'm not massively stuck on multi-placing. It doesn't have to be a thing, but if it works, why not? So yeah, now it's the new year. My thoughts now start to go towards DIY DP in May. So DIY DP Spring 26. And at the minute, I'm trying to have a think about how to do things a little bit differently. It's a little bit harder nowadays because I only really have my own counsel. However, if you've got any ideas, please do feel free to share them in a comment below. There we go, that's that done. But I thought even if all I get done today is just this little section, like I've said before, even if all you do is 100 drills, it is better than not doing any at all. And you'd be surprised at how quickly you can get work done, how quickly you can move through a canvas. And especially if you're doing it on an actual canvas and it's quite big, because a lot of these conversions aren't they? A lot of them are very big. And it's very easy, I think, whether it's a conversion or not, it's very easy to get overwhelmed with what you're doing. So this is why I like the paper method. It's the fact that you are working with a much more manageable piece. So far I am happy. So far I am pleased. Right, we'll do that. The noise you can hear in the background, if you can hear it, is the diesel heater. but it is definitely working. It is set to heat up to a certain temperature, and then it will kick back in if that temperature drops, which is handy. But like I said, if I'm going to be diamond painting all day, I actually just take the canvas in the house, because it's just as easy to get set up on the table. The only thing I don't like is I don't obviously get my peace and quiet, because the dogs want in and out, and people are coming through, and somebody wants tape, and somebody else wants to come and put the area up behind me because they need to get the washing dry. Whereas at least out here I am left pretty much alone. I'll sometimes get, well, it is only Ashley, he'll come up and put his face in the door to say, what are you doing? What are you doing in there? But other than that, I'm left alone pretty much. Right, 3799. Definitely going to have to get them spare drills out and fill these pots back up, because we are getting through them, or I am getting through them, should I say. Haven't really, I'll tell you what I was watching. Right, so giddy up for a long ass conversation on this subject. As you all know, I'm into ghosts and legends and gods and goddesses and all that sort of thing. I was watching YouTube the other day when I was diamond painting, and I completely just did that wrong, so that needs to not be in there. Thank you. And it scrolled over while I was watching. The next thing that came up was something that I hadn't chosen, and it was all to do with the rhesus negative protein. So if you didn't know, some people, a small minority, usually about 15%, have a missing protein, which is the rhesus protein. And it's one of the blood group anomalies. Okay, so theoretically, it shouldn't exist, because over time, things like that, here's what RH negative does. If you are RH negative and you are a lady, it can cause some quite severe problems in pregnancy. So basically, first child is born perfectly normal, but when the second child is conceived, this protein on the DNA induces the mother. I have got lost. Why is that there? Why is that there? Hold on, I have got, that shouldn't be there, should it? No. 1, 2, 3 is that one. That one shouldn't be there either. Okay, let's move them to one. I don't know where I've gone wrong, guys. I don't know. Yeah, so basically, this protein causes a massive issue for subsequent children, basically. And it means that second, third, fourth babies would be much more at danger of infant death. So for instance, the mother's blood decides to attack the child if that child is rhesus positive. So it's a big deal. And basically, he said, where have I gone so wrong? Honestly, I've got all these, and I don't know why I'd put that amount of drills down wrong. Maybe I'm being stupid and you're all sitting there going, Sam, it's because so and so. Well, guess what? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. So that's not going to help me. I don't know why it is, but do you know what? I'm fixing it as I go, so let's just keep going. Yeah, so it would cause a massive problem. What usually happens is that things like that are taken out over time through DNA changes, you know, over the generations. But for some reason, Rh negative has not. And then it goes into all the theories why. So there's this theory that back at some point generations ago, you know, hundreds of thousands of years, humans actually bred with an alien life form. There is a theory that it was from a particular line that has died out, so people from Atlantis, that type of thing. And it was all very fascinating. And the reason it's fascinating is because my mum is rhesus negative. Other things about the rhesus negative thing, it's very commonly found in royal families, hence the term blue blood, because the veins on someone who had that would very often look blue. It does not mean, however, if you are Rh negative, that you are from royalty. I just need to point that out. There is also an area in Europe where, so like across the world, it's anywhere from 0 to 15% of people are Rh negative. But in this really small area in Europe called the Basque region, they have nearly 35% of people have that. Why? Why has that trait been allowed to evolve over thousands of years when nature would automatically get rid of that type of thing? There is no answer. Anyway, it went on for a long time. If you're interested in more, please do look for rhesus negative on YouTube. You will get a bunch of stuff because that's where I went. Okay, I ended up on this huge thing and it was just so interesting. The instance in royalty, the fact that people that are born of Celtic and I say that loosely because obviously people automatically think the word Celtic applies to Ireland, Wales and Scotland. Not necessarily, but people in those regions tend to have a higher amount of that protein missing than in other areas of the world, which I find completely fascinating. Why? So yeah, that's where I went at the weekend, just in case you're interested. And believe me, I don't get a lot of time for researching or reading or anything like that. If I come across stuff, it's usually on YouTube. But once my interest has been piqued, then I'm more than willing to do the work to find out why. And it has literally blown my mind. It has literally, like, why does it exist? What is it for? You know, why has something that causes so many problems in pregnancies, which is the key thing for your DNA, isn't it, for it to be reproduced? So why has this missing protein continued when the law of science says it should have been taken out? Maybe we'll never know. But the theories are absolutely fascinating. Please excuse, I broke a nail this morning and I've not had a chance to fix it. So I do apologise. Right, let's get that one, 3861. So you will notice I am I'm just working my way out. There's no real rhyme or reason to how I'm placing. I don't worry too much about getting them straight because, in my tray I mean, because I'm picking them up one by one anyway. So yeah, I had a weekend of that. I've been discussing it today with my friend. We had a brief discussion on it, and then we decided to crack on. We didn't go for a walk today, and it wasn't because we couldn't. We could have done, but I think because it's just so grey and damp, and we'd both got quite a lot to do. I think it was just let's sit and have a coffee. We'll catch up. We'll sort out what we're doing over the next week or so. We are... Oh. Right, so that one isn't over far enough. That one's right. That one's right. Those two are not. Oh my word. I feel like I'm just correcting mistakes all the time. I will be much happier once I get onto a new sheet. So once I've done this, I am going to prep the next sheet. It's really weird, you know, because I don't think it's any warmer today than it was yesterday, but it feels much warmer in here than it did yesterday. I really struggled yesterday. Maybe I've just got thicker clothing on or something. I don't know. Right, torpedoes 04. You know I come torpedoes, right? After the sweet, torpedoes. That's what they remind me of. Oh God. Is this the one with the rounds in it? Yes, it is. Because, you know, you need a few round drills just to spice your squares up a bit. Honestly. The easy thing would be to sit here and pick them all out, and I just can't be bothered. It's like, do you know what? I know the round one shouldn't be in there. I'll just take them out as I go. Not looking forward to food shopping. It is not my favourite thing to do. And then we've got one there. I couldn't see where that one was. So yeah, not looking forward to that today. But I always like Mondays because, like last night, I was able to stay up a lot later than I would normally because obviously I didn't have work today. Not so much tonight. However, I won't struggle to sleep tonight because last night it was because I'd had a nap. I had like a 3-hour nap yesterday. Not a good thing to do. With a bit of luck, there we go, nice and simple. So what I will do is I will get this section done, and then I'm going to prep my next sheet ready because I need to put the number 3 on it, so I know that I've marked it, because that would be stupid, wouldn't it, if I didn't mark the next sheet and then I forget what order they go in. I think it would be like a jigsaw puzzle and I figure it out, but you know, just in case. So yes, I need to prep and put a little bit of washi tape around the edges. I have been sticking to using the... Why won't you come out? I have been sticking to using the white cover paper. I don't think having clear cover paper is going to help me, so yeah, I have stuck to that. You all know that I'm not a cover paper person anymore, but there we go. The only good thing about going food shopping is I can sit here now and I can think about something that I really, really want to eat. So on a shopping day, I would normally get something easy and fast to chuck in the oven for dinner so that I don't have to cook. So yeah, sitting here and thinking, oh, what do I fancy? What shall I have? Because I can get myself a treat while I'm there, you see. Not that I need a treat, I desperately need to get on a bloody diet. You know, it's ridiculous now, but I'm just not quite ready. And like giving up smoking, you know, sometimes it has to be the right time. Incidentally, nearly 2 years since I gave up smoking. So proud of myself for that. It's not an easy thing to do. But I remember watching a programme last night and a guy on there was hospitalised because he had double pneumonia. And that terrifies me. It terrifies me that my cigarette smoking could have damaged my lungs so badly that I could survive most things except for pneumonia, because that's what my dad died from. And yeah, I'm so pleased that I gave up. I really am. And actually, I would hope that after 2 years that my lungs are repairing themselves quite well. I wouldn't know without looking it up. So these are all this colour, so I can just fill this in nicely, which is good. So that's that done. Okay, get in there. So yeah, I think prep the next sheet, so I will do that. Let me just, I think, did I get one out? No, I think it's under my desk. I had a little bit of a shuffle round, so I've got stuff now in different places depending on how often I need it, which makes sense. So I think, yes it is. This is my box that I keep my conversion in, so I need one of those. And all I'm going to do is put washi tape over the edges where I've got the overhang, because obviously I am cutting the tape by hand, so I'm not able to get it quite as beautifully done as a company might be able to, say. 3371. But I definitely need to fill these pots up. I'll probably do that off camera though, because although it's like a mini kitting up, it's one of them that it's just easier to do it off camera. So yeah, lots of things that need to be sorted, but at the minute my focus is on, you know, getting the new business up and running. Not just for my sake, but for Kat's, because she's running out of money, bless her, and she does need to keep her money for her medication, because if she stops, it's going to put her right back. So with a bit of luck and some hard work, we can get her where we need her to be. Excellent. So there's that one. Where are you, little boo? Although it's only a little bit, you know, it's only a little strip, it's surprising how long it takes. I'm kind of wondering if it would just not be better to do a bigger section so that I'm not left with this little strip to do. But every time I think of doing that, it's like, oh, can I commit to doing a bigger section though, because it's less likely that I'll actually get it done. It'll be less likely that I will get that section finished. 3x3, 3x4 is quite big anyway, so I don't want to commit to it in case that I can't, because that's worse, you know. Taking off more than you can chew is worse than not doing any, I think, because it just puts too much pressure on yourself. And like I said, it is not a time for me to be taking on extra things. It's better for me just to work with all the things I'm already working with. Okay, and we've got one to the side, and now we've got a jet to add into the sounds of the garden. So 2, and then one up there. Oh, it's so lovely to get on and get this done though. Oh yeah, you can hear that jet cracking off. They'll be training again, which you can't complain about too much, can you? It's the downside to living where we live. It's like the Fens is a perfect place for them to fly over. See what I mean? Loud. Oh, I mean, at least now you can't hear the diesel heater. Honestly. Yeah. Problem with having a completely flat land around you is that the sound does travel more. It does travel for longer. But never mind. Right, 310. And of course I've got a ridiculous amount of 310 because I've got all those ones that I had left over from the Star Wars projects. They're beautiful 310 because they're Diamond Art Club. So hopefully they should all fit beautifully. No popping, no gapping. I mean, I have made this grid very, very tight because I would rather have that. They went in beautifully. Look at that. Right, so that's that section done. So now we can get into this one. Yay! I'm quite pleased actually with how much of Empower that I'm getting done. I've been working on it quite a bit. I also moved my completed sheets the other day. Let me just grab it. I was watching, I think it was Admiral Zest, and it was an old video, and she was putting the Paint Gem Minis into one of these folders. So I actually brought two of these. These are 40-page folders because with a little bit of a trim, my all my sheets fitted in there, because for the finished ones the clear binders aren't very big. So actually I've now done that. I was able to put the sheet in the front at the beginning, and I now have all the ones that I've done in that one place. Isn't it fab? And still space, beautiful. So yeah, I was really pleased at that. They just gives me a little bit more space. So yeah, I brought two of those. So I haven't quite filled one yet. So there's 40 pages, which means you can display 80. I mean, not being funny, you fill one of them, that's a lot of canvases. A lot of canvases. Nowhere near there yet. Right, pull plenty of those out. Like, honestly, you can tell Diamond Art Club drills as soon as you've got them laid up. They are just so distinctive. And they work so well. Absolutely love it. Now look, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big YouTube watcher when it comes to diamond painting anymore. Pretty much the only time that I've got YouTube on is when I'm filming. But now and again I do like to have, I used to watch people like Rachel Ray and everything all the time. I haven't done for ages, just because I don't get that much time to bloody watch TV and diamond paint. So I've just watched what I do tend to watch are things like crimes and, you know, that sort of thing. Just watched The Apprentice, was it called The Killer's Apprentice, I think, on Discovery. Oh, it's a great film. Really, really good documentary. For a serial killer that I'd never heard of, bizarrely. Oh, I just went completely wrong on that one. Move over a bit. Right, I'm going to multi-place this one because, you know, this is what I love about these soft grip pens. They're just so diddy, and because they're short, you can twizzle them round. And that's what these pens are designed for. They've been designed by me for me. So all of the features that I really want with a diamond painting pen. So a nice short shank, squishy so that I don't aggravate that lump too much, light so they're not too painful on the wrist, designed by me for me. I will, providing I don't end up being too busy this week, be making a hell of a bunch more to restock that Etsy. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Why did you do that? Get rid. Okay, so nearly there. Not too many left now, look. Nearly there. Although, like I said, it's a short amount of drills, isn't it? It's not my usual 3x4 section. I mean, I'm not big. It's going to take me a while. It's not like I'm going to get this done this year. I mean, I might get it done by the end of the year, but possibly not. 452, where are you? Scooby-Doo. If you know, you know. Okay. Yeah, struggling a bit today for something to say. Coming up to my middle daughter's birthday. She will be, now let's see if I get this right, 35? I think she's 35 on Monday. I mean, it says a lot when you can't remember how old your kids are. My son is easier because I had him when I was 16. So it's a bit easier for me to work out how old he is. But my daughter, I'm sure she's 35 this year. No, she can't be. She's 36. Ah. I don't know now. Terrible not knowing how old my own child is. This comes with age, I reckon. It's definitely an age thing. Right, so where are we now? So I should have that one and that one, so that one should be filled in. Kind of lost where I was going then. And there's one there. That one's closed off. That should be it. Excellent. I do like these little black folders. So these display books. So quite pleased with that because, you know, I do like to keep them once I've completed. Oh, I didn't do that bit, look. I forgot that bit. Tip them back out a minute. I don't need many. Is it all of them? Bar that bit. Okay. That'll be nice though, because that'll be nice and easy to do. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to get the boring stuff done first, like the food shopping and everything. I'm taking Kat with me because she volunteered. So I woke her up this morning. I need to get her into this whole new routine. Sooner the better. And I think she'll find it much easier once she starts work and getting into that routine. She will be grateful for it. Okay. Zeds. 05. Not many of those, so I definitely need to have a look for those. I do need to check colours because there might be a couple that I need to get colours of. Do you know what I mean? I might have to order some in. But as always, if a colour has, you know, if I've run out completely, then I will just find an alternative. There's a lot of colours that are very, very similar. I am sure you have done it where you've had two colours in your kit and you swear that they're the same colour. You cannot see any difference, but actually they are very different. You just can't tell in the light. So if I do reach that point, then that is what I will do. It's not the end of the world, is it? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a picture that I've made with leftovers. So if it's slightly off in colour in one particular section, then most of the time I'm sure you won't be able to notice. I do also need to continue doing my spare drill storage. I've still got that to film. I will get there. Right, 648. I just want to get this bit done and then I can get my next sheet prepped, ready. And then this one can go to one side and I will seal it. And then it can be added to the other sheet. Okay, that's all of them. Oh, on this one over here, nearly missed it. There we go. There we go. I mean, when did I start this? It was after the event, wasn't it? Was it during? I can't even remember. When did I start this? I tried to keep these quite close by. Specials. I haven't even written down when I started it. Oh my word. Okay, so it's gonna have been after I finished my last conversion, completed on the 5th of the 10th 24. So I would have started it on the 1st of, I would have started it on the 1st. I'm trying to find a bloody pen. So it was the 1st of the 11th 25. Makes a good idea that you actually do write that down when you go to start one. I've now moved that box, so I need to find somewhere for that. Oh my god, honestly. The weird thing is that I'm so bloody organised in every other way, and then it just goes. I lose it. You know, I'm out here on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, putting stuff and moving stuff around in here so that it's organised better, but I can't even remember to put the date that I started a conversion on. Right, so I did start it in November. I have done 2 pages, I think, if I remember rightly. I think that there are 10 pages, maybe 11 pages. Right, so we've just got one of these, one of those 3866. So very pale colour. If I can get one to come out. Please don't think, if you do decide to buy graph paper off me with the pre-laid glue, please do be prepared that you will need to put washi tape over the edges where it's gone over. I am not that clever. that I can do it exactly. Last drill. There we go. Okay, so if I zoom out, like literally, right, so I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now this isn't a full page. I've just looked, that's not even a full page. 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, it's only 6.5, so I'm already 21.25%. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then probably 10 pages because we've got a split at the bottom. But that's how much I've done so far. So this is page 2, so the next one will be page 3, which means I'm just gonna get some scissors and cut this off, because I don't need all of that. So that will go to be sealed. They can go in the bin. I have got my new bit. So what I'm going to do, let's move that to one side and I will seal that off camera. Let me move this junk box under there. So what I'm going to do is I need a washi tape. What have we got? Here is my roll of washi tape. I think the biggest bit is actually just this bit across the top, so I probably don't need, yeah, I don't need a massive. That should do it, I think. So what I am going to do is I am going to fold that bit of paper against that line, because that will be my first point, my first pull down, and I am going to lay some of this it's actually the bottom of the sheet. I mean, it doesn't matter which way up you do this, the sheets, I mean, there isn't a top and a bottom as such. I have just put the name, like obviously my business name. So I think that should do, because I don't think that this overhang is too bad. Although it has got a bit, but we're not going to get down there, are we? So if I do that one the same, I'll do it down to, like that, and then I've got my 2 pieces there, so I can do that. Right, I am going to put a little bit across this top because there is a fair bit. I'm not going to do the sides, there isn't enough. And certainly one side we're going to come over anyway. So don't forget, I am doing the 3rd sheet, which means that I won't be going right up to this edge. It won't need it. So I'm going to take that bit off. And then my piece of paper is prepped, ready to go. Let's see if I can fold this. If I can pull it back enough, I'll fold it from this end. Like that. The thing is, right, so I only need 8 of that bit, so I won't need right at the bottom. So that will be there. So we've got a fold there. So we've got one there, and then we've got that one there, and then we've got, yeah. That's fine, I can work with that. So that is my next piece ready and sorted to go. I am gonna go and get this. Look, straight away I've literally moved it and 2 have pulled off already. Where does that one go? So yeah, I'm gonna seal this immediately, because I don't want to be losing all my drills, and it's not even all of them, it is literally those that are a little bit iffy. So I will give it a bit of a roller. There's one there as well. Where did you come from? How is that even possible? Just got a random drill on top and I don't know where it's come from. Okay, we'll leave it there for a minute. So I'm going to roller this. I'm going to get this sealed just like I did the first bit. I'll leave that somewhere nice to dry, and then yeah, next week I'll be starting on the next page. While I remember, because I will forget, I am going to pop a little number 3 in the top there, so I know that it's page 3. Page 3, but no boobies. If you know, you know. Okay, that is it from me today. Thank you for joining me for this video. I do hope that your conversion is going as well. And if you're not too sure about conversions, maybe you want to give it a go. Why don't you just buy yourself some, just found where that drill goes now. Buy yourself some conversion paper, head off to DMC, or if you're really stuck, message me, email me at kittenupkitten@gmail.com, and I will send you a little pattern that I've got that you can use. Give it a go. Why not? Like I said, I'm using mine to make Christmas cards, or greetings cards, should I say. So I'm always looking for new ones. But yeah, you don't know until you try. You might love it. You might not. In which case, don't go and buy a great big canvas and all that just to try it, because you might hate it and then you've wasted that money. So yeah, give it a go, see what you think. I'm going to go off and get my other stuff done as well. Thank you for joining me. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.